Hello everyone, welcome back to Gloomhaven. I have learnt a few things. 1. Burn fewer cards. 2. Check what the enemy's intent of action actually is once the initiative is rolled. And 3. Be prepared to change my plans if they don't work out with what the enemies are going to do. So with that in mind, I'm going to go straight back to what we did last session where walls were very annoying. So it was the Harrower Hive. We don't want to do any shopping, we've got no leveling up to do, so we're just going to hop straight back in and start destroying the correct segments of walls rather than the incorrect segments of walls.
So you think you've got what it takes?
I do. We had this yesterday. We will get a road encounter though. You're travelling through a small wooded area when you round a bend to find a group of Inox warriors fighting a band of armoured humans. With all the commotion, it's hard to discern more details, but the humans look like guards from Gloomhaven. You're not sure why they would be fighting the Inox, though. I am an Inox. Brutus is an Inox, so we're going to help the Inox fight off the humans. Fearing the battle could go either way, you charge into the fray, laying low the human attackers. When the dust settles, the Inox offer you a skeptical thanks. Humans think they own this land, one of the Inox says as he spits on the ground. We thank you for helping us with the nuisance. Allow us to bless you with the gift. We get a necklace of teeth. Any time you kill an enemy during your turn, perform a heal 1 self-action. That's awesome, and I think because Brutus is Inox and it's going to help keep him alive. It's a helmet piece, like a headpiece, even though it's a necklace. Is Brutus currently wearing a helmet? He is. He's wearing the goggles that give him advantage on an attack action. But we'll take it for Brutus. Because even if we don't equip it, his life goal is to accumulate loads of stuff.
Not one to back down from a challenge. You make your way to the Watcher Mountains, where the old man said there'd be a Harrower Hive.
Alright, we are back at the Harrower Hive. Kill 1 or more elite monsters during the scenario. Kill 5 or more monsters during the scenario. I think it's most likely that we will kill at least 1 elite. We'll probably kill 5 as well, but there's a good chance that Faith does a whole bunch of killing, and so it works out that way. And we can also decide if we want to take our necklace of teeth instead. Sure, let's give it a go. And then Faith's battle goals. Your health at the end of the scenario is equal to 2 or less. Use your equipped items a number of times equal to or greater than your level plus 2 during the scenario. So we're level 4. We need to use them 4 plus 2, 6 times. How's our equipment looking? Iron Helmet, we don't get to decide when it uses. It just stops crits. Leather Armor goes off twice of its own. So that's twice that we expect to be attacked. Piercing Bow will use once. Boots of Striding will use once. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we use everything, we'll get that done. So that will be fine. And we'll head on in again. So we're going to be more flexible about how our turns go, looking at what the enemies are doing and burning cards far less early and less frequently where possible. And we're going to spend our turns destroying the correct pieces of walls that will actually unlock things, rather than the bits of walls that aren't actually going to benefit us in any way. So, oh yeah, we have to discard 3 ability cards right off the get-go. What aren't we going to want to use near immediately? Overwhelming Assault we're not going to use immediately. Warding Strength we don't need immediately. And Healing we don't need immediately, so we'll discard those. Then Faith we have to do the same. We're not going to go invisible this early. We don't need to disarm any traps. And we're not going to attack with flintlock this early. Also, I should try and utilize long rests as much as I'm utilizing short rests. My brain kind of defaults to short rests, which is not necessarily ideal. So, a flurry of blades, attack 2 at a range of 3, targeting 3. Will not break down a wall necessarily. Range of 3. 1, 2, 3. So we get 3 shots at the wall with that. So if any of them are +1 or ×2, then we would get down a wall. Do we have any bottom attacks? We don't. But if we can attack one of them, we'll want to move in afterwards. So we'll move in with special mixture, try and poison something that appears. Then if we go after 3, we can spare dagger to attack one of the walls if something doesn't fall. And then hook and chain to rush in afterwards. Obviously, there is no enemy initiative for us to check right now. So we're going to go... Oh, that one's not close enough. Attack 2, range 3, target 3. 1, 2, 3. This is us. 1, 2, 3. Attack 2, range 3, target 3. But we can't hit this wall for some reason. Is it because it's protected by the other walls? I'm just learning that I dislike walls. Well, that's gone terribly. And we will move. We can't poison a wall. And I don't want to be adjacent because when any destructible wall segment is destroyed, all enemies adjacent to it gain stun. So we want to be closer ahead, but not next to the wall that's going to fall. So we'll move to here. We can't poison a wall, so that gets skipped. Now we need to move in slightly and then attack this wall. So this is going to turn into a base move 2. And then we're going to attack this injured wall. And we get a different room than we had last time. Because evidently I destroyed these 2 walls perhaps, and that didn't trigger this space. And so I'm grateful to have at least this going on correctly. Attack 3 at a range of 3. We just did that, didn't we? I'm confused. Alright, well that's the turnover. Then they're going. And now we have fresh turn. Innate gain, attackers gain disadvantage. That's a problem. Innate retaliate 2. So we're going to want to use range stuff here where possible. But we can probably take out this snake on our own. We're not going to be able to get through that space, unfortunately. We could push it away. I'm not sure that will help us. Is it push 1? Yes. So we can't push it and single it out from this. But if we stood here, we could skewer both of them. That would be good. So if that's top, we need something on bottom. I don't want to push them. So we'll do a base move on trample and skewer on 35. If they move faster than us, then so be it. Then we want to go slower than 35, move to here, and attack what's left. So we can flanking strike, and we want to move to... not swift bow. So we'll do it. 36 goes immediately after, but I would like swift bow to be able to attack the turn after. So we're going to go on 60 for a bottom move 2, and top for a flanking strike after Brutus is moved. Alright, so moving 3 and attacking 4 is this guy. 1, 2, 3. Won't be able to hit us. Harrower Infester. Move 1, attack 2. Oh, sorry, I got these mixed up. Night Demon is this guy. Moving 3 and attacking for 4. We're going to get hit. Then this guy is moving 1 and attacking 2. Move 1. 1, 2, 3. Won't be able to hit us, which is good. And the Viper is moving 2, attacking 2 with poison. Take 3 damage. Right, now we cannot spear through them both. We could jump through them, trample them both standing here, and then spear them backwards. Then we'd still have a basic attack 3 on top here, or attack with poison, and move 5 on bottom in either case. But unfortunately we can't swap places with Faith to get our attack going. This guy is only attacking for 2 and healing, but they're already at max HP, so I'm going to make the conscious decision to trample and move to here. I don't think stunning is going to help us too much here. We're attacking for 2, and this is attacking for 3, which is 5. If we increase our power and attack for 3, and 3 to make 6, and this thing dies, Faith can then move for 5 and attack that. So we'll add our power potion. Skip the rest of our movement. Alas, this thing didn't die yet. We heal 1 thanks to our necklace. And then we're going to attack here with for 3 and hope it goes up to 4, but unlikely, because we have disadvantage on this as well, which is a pain. Disadvantage sucks, but so be it. Right, Faith then is going to... These 2 attacks are basically the same. So we'll do this, because if we miss, the thing is still poisoned. And then we can move for 5. That will put us next to this guy. And is there anything that we've burnt that we want back? I don't think so. We still have single out or something, although we definitely just used one of our single outs. So stamina potion. We have single out. I was thinking of something we just burnt, but it's too late for that anyway. So if we're going to single out next time, we want Brutus to move first, and if this is attack on top, do we have any attack on bottom? We do, Thieves' Knack, so we'll take that. Then we don't need to heal. We'll end our turn. We are up again. So we want to move and attack. So it's going to be a fast move. And we can disarm. So if we provoking roar to move quickly and attack on top with disarm, and then either of these we can use for a bottom move. We'll do Ball of Doom because Sweep and Glow might be more useful on the following turn. And here we want to Thieves' Knack and Single Out. This is top attack, this is bottom attack, yep. They get up in between us. They are attacking for 4 with Immobilize and Retaliate 2. So we are going to step up to here. Then attack with Disarm. They already have Retaliate on. Are they immune? Nope, they're not immune to Retaliate. We are going to take that 2 damage. Now they are disarmed, so they can't hurt us next turn. So now they have increased their Retaliate to 4, I think. Yes, which is a shame, but it's not going to stop me trying to kill them this turn. We'll attack with Single Out first, because it will do 5, and if we can add 1, it will do 6. And if it does 6, then the Retaliate won't trigger. Excellent. So now we can move 2. I don't really have anywhere I want to move because I don't want to be next to one of the walls when it goes off. So I'm just going to move onto this tile for the gold. And end my turn. So far, so good. Right, we can't break through this wall, so now we need to breach this wall here into this intermediary corridor space. So I'm going to aim for the center one. So, long rest. Burn 1 discarded card to recover all discarded cards. Heal 2. Refresh all of your spent items. By choosing to long rest, you will not be able to select another card for this round. So we can long rest and choose what we get rid of. Then over here, we're going to Swift Bow to attack this. And we need to short rest to get one other card back, rather than long resting. Because we don't need to heal either. So we'll start with a short rest here. We lose Venom Shiv, that's fine. We have another move 5, and Venom Shiv is not the end of the world. Now, if we are going to Swift Bow and destroy this tile, what else are we going to do this turn? We can't heal others with this. We could get Single Out going, but that's one less card we'll have to use later. We could Thieves' Knack just to get 2 experience. I'm not sure that's really the best use of a turn, but if we don't know what else is going to be behind here with regards to line of sight and movement, maybe we don't want to rush in. Oh, Swift Bow is an attack on top, so we can't disarm trap on top as well, so dismiss that entire idea. We can't pull to a range of 3 because that's the same distance as the wall is. So if we Swift Bomb on top, move 2, attack 3 at a range of 4, and then move 3 and poison, we might be able to move onto the tile we break and then poison something. And if the tile's going to open, there's going to be enemies on the other side of the wall. So we might want to short rest and then have the capacity for attacking what we find. Hook and chain. I would rather keep, especially because we are on the line that the wall we intend to break is on. Sure, goodbye warding strength. So we want to hook and chain because we're going to try and move through this onto a tile where we can kill something. And that's bottom. Then on top we can spare dagger for ranged attack. And we'll do that after Faith has broken the wall. So there is a trap here. We're not going to be able to move and poison anything. And there are 3 enemies in this whole space, so not too many to be afraid of. What are they doing? Bones is attacking but not moving, which is no problem. These guys are moving too, attacking for 0 with immobilize and poison, and attack for 0 with poison. Well, if they're moving too, they're not going to be moving close enough to get us if we're not on this tile. And they're going immediately after Faith. So if we move Faith onto this tile, they won't step on the trap if they don't have to. Then we are able to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 will get us in range to attack something, which is wonderful. When we get there, our spare dagger attack will be at disadvantage on the one that we're going to hit, because we could move 3 to 1, 2, 3 there, attack this guy with hook and chain, and then attack that guy with spare dagger. But if we move 4, we attack for 4, which is their actual HP value. So I'd rather move further and do more damage and attack with disadvantage than move less distance, attack for less damage, and then throw a dagger without the disadvantage. So we move 4 in a straight line. I'm going to attack the one further away from Faith. So if she wants to step in 1 and then attack, she'll have the option to do so. And that was the result we hoped for. We heal for 1 because we killed something. And then we're going to attack 3 at a range of 3 with this guy, even with the disadvantage. And we miss, which is fine. Then the skeleton's going to attempt to attack, but do nothing. And we're up again at the top of the order, although we don't have an initiative yet, technically. But I think this is going to go a little bit better than the previous did. So we want to kill the snake fast. This guy would need to have at least a move 3 to get to us. So we'll focus on the snake that is the more immediate threat. We could Provoking Roar, attack for 2 and disarm. That would not be a problem. What does this trap do? Stuns. Not as important to us. We don't currently have one of our ranged attacks available apart from Flurry of Blades. Attack 2, range 3, target 3. This is also a stun trap. We just used hook and chain, so we're not going to be able to pull this guy into that trap. Heal on bottom, attack on top. Seems good to me. Now we want to try and kill this thing and step forward somewhat if we can. We can move forward and gain advantage on our attack. Although Flurry of Blades is our only remaining ranged attack option, and we need to destroy A, the skeleton, and B, the wall. So let's not do that. We can flanking strike and smoke bomb to move in and attack. They are moving 5 and attacking for 2 on 3 targets, and moving 3 attacking 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The skeleton's probably going to get an attack in on one of us, but that's fine. We're going to simply step forward 1. Skip the rest of the movement. Attack this guy. Excellent. Now, Brutus. We could retaliate and kite all of the attacks that they're going to make. They would move to here if they want to attack both of us. And I think that's actually going to be alright. If they're attacking for 2, we're only going to take 4 damage. And we can still long rest after this room is entirely empty. So let's do that. We'll retaliate. And any adjacent enemies are forced to attack us. And we will take our healing potion because we know we're about to be hit. And the retaliate gets through their shield. So that makes that easier. Now, Brutus's battle goal is to kill 1 or more elite monsters during the scenario, so I would like him to kill this creature if possible. Do we have any attacks we can do that with? We could do it with Overwhelming Assault. It would be slightly excessive. Wall of Doom lets us add 1 to our attack this round. And Skewer does 3, so that is 4 in total. Add 1 to your attacks. Attack for 3. And then Faith. We need to basically attack 3 walls, ideally. And we can do that from a range of 3. So if we do that from here. In 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3. So if we step across 1. We'll select Flurry of Blades last, so that we can throw a dagger into this guy if we have to, and also, yeah, pretty much that. And we also want, if words, if we are going to kill this guy, we want the other rooms revealed after this guy is killed. So we want Flurry of Blades and something going after 20 with movement. Flintlock will be fine. So he's moving 4 and attacking for 3. Hopefully he doesn't get the chance. So we're going to add 1 to our attacks this round. And then attack here for what is effectively 4 now, which should get through the shield. We could stun if we don't want to take 3 damage against both of our heroes, but we're still doing okay for health. And that went as planned. We heal for 1. That's the end of the Brute's turn. Now we are going to move in. If we move to here, we can collect gold and then attack those 3 tiles, I think. Well, we'll attack this. We'll attack that one, this one, and this one because why not? Or that one because why not? We'll do it that way. That way we have multiple entry and exit points to various rooms if we can get a +1 somewhere on here. There's one room. Alright, so things got busy, but that's fine. We now have 2 rooms. We just have to kill everything in order to finish the scenario. We were not attacked in the ensuing new initiatives, which is nice. So this guy is the attackers gain disadvantage. That guy has retaliate. The skeletons target 2 and have a shield of 1, and the snakes poison stuff. And that's all innate, which is just lovely. So this wall doesn't have any breaks, so we can kind of get to safety on this side of things if we wanted to retreat in any fashion. We don't have anywhere we can... This is where I'm going to struggle for knowing where the walls are. Because last time, trying to push stuff through walls is what really screwed me. This guy stood on a wall, right? And we could move 3, push 1. So we wouldn't be able to push them all the way back into that trap. Overwhelming assault, sweeping blow. Move 3 from here. 1, 2, 3. Would be able to attack both of these guys. And if we attacked with our hammer, we could put stun on them, so at least these 2 won't get an attack against us. So that seems like as good a turn to take with the 2 cards that we have. Thieves' Knack and Single Out. If we go late on Single Out, we could wait until they move towards us and then attack with top and bottom here and attack twice. Otherwise, we're just going to be moving towards them and not attacking as efficiently, so we'll do that. Moving to attacking for 1 is not going to impact us. Moving 2 with jump, attacking for 1 against 2 targets. Moving 2 with jump, 1, 2, is not going to impact us. Moving 3, attacking for 2 targets of 2. 1 probably will impact us in some way. Moving 2, attacking for 5. If there's consuming dark element, they can attack for 2 extra, which is going to be there because of the Harrower Infester. Where is the Night Demon? The purple-eyed thing is this guy. So hopefully we can... No, we're going on 61, so this is going to be rough. We will take 1 damage, not a problem. Okay, the Night Demon didn't have anywhere to stand, it seems, which is nice. So, we are still going to be able to attack 2. No, we're not. We can't move through this obstacle, which is a real shame. So, we're actually not going to be able to do anything this turn, it seems. We can't move through this obstacle. We can't stand anywhere where we would be able to get a sweeping blow attack in. We can just move 1 to no real advantage, which is a bit of a pain. Right, now, what was our intent here? Attack twice, because we have attack on top and attack on bottom. So we should be able to just kill this skeleton at the very least. Although it's two separate attacks and they have shields, so we might not make it. That'll do good work though. We don't need to heal. So now, rather than attacking thin air, we can move 2. This is a doorway, so we can move safely towards here. And I might even use the boots and get all the way on the other side of this snake, because 2 things can't occupy the same tile. So that might keep her safer on the following round. Speaking of the following round, right, it's going to be a short rest for Brutus. That's fine. Burn that. Right, we can still attack these 2 guys with our hammer that will stun them. And if we do that, purple guy over here, if they don't have attack at range, they won't be able to move through these tiles or stand on this one to attack us. So if we can move for 3 and then sweeping blow with a hammer, we should be alright. My only concern is that we might end up breaking a wall and stunning ourselves, which would be a bad time, I concede. Or we could Provoking Roar and attack one thing and disarm it. But I think Sweeping Blow will be good. So we need at least a 1, 2, move 3. We do still have our boots available. And if we want to move any faster than that, we're going to have to do it on an initiative of 42, which does not seem ideal. So we'll do Provoking Roar and Sweeping Blow. And then Faith is just going to try and attack this snake here. We're going to need to short rest. Thieves' Knack we can burn. So we want to go late because our ally is going to be stood next to this snake. So we want to go after 10. And we're going to be attacking with Flanking Strike or similar, single out. We can heal ourselves on top here. That doesn't help us. We can Special Mixture unless attacks apply poison, but it's not immune to poison. So if we need to attack for 4, we can Special Mixture and single out. Move 1, attack 1, heal 5. Move and attack, move and attack, move and attack. Unfortunately, this is 1 pip higher than Faith's turn, but we'll see how we go. So we are moving 2, but we're adding our boots so we can stand here. Skip the last step. Then attack. We know we're attacking with disadvantage, that's fine. I'm going to attack this side because I'd rather break this wall and leave this wall standing so they don't have somewhere to stand against us. So we're going to attack with hammer here. So we did not do a great deal of damage, but these 2 guys are stunned for a turn. Then the Viper gets an attack. They miss, but they still apply poison when they miss. And then, are you going to tell me there's a piece of wall here that I can't attack this Viper through? You absolutely are. Well, we needed to move anyway. And then, there's not going to be a piece of wall there, is there? They get poisoned, and we attack with single out. They die, we do not need to heal. And that was actually a pretty safe round as it goes. Now, we still need to finish these targets off. They're no longer stunned, and we don't have a capacity for stunning them anymore. But we do have Spare Dagger, which is an attack on bottom, so we can attack top and bottom if we wish. Just from our current location, we're not going to be able to attack multiple targets. Faith. We only have this area left, so whatever's left in this room we have to kill last. What scares me most here? Well, we can attack 2, a range of 3, targeting 3. And if we're invisible when we do that, we can't do invisibility and that in the same turn. Denotes this effect lasts indefinitely or until conditions specified on the card are met. So we could Smoke Bomb and then try and Flurry of Blades next turn. But I don't think that's ideal. We could Flintlock and Swift Bow to attack 2 of these creatures. Do we have... I don't know if... we can hold... Control, Shift, Alt. I thought one of these buttons let me draw line of sight. I'm going to double check that. One sec. I thought there was a hotkey for that. I cannot find it right now, but I think we could make line of sight against these guys if we wanted to. And if we did it with Swift Bow and Flintlock, during your ranged attack, ignore all shield values for the entire attack action. So we could get through the skeleton's shield for an attack of 5 and kill it, and Swift Bow the other guy, which would be at disadvantage. We still have several cards left for other turns, or we could attack 2 at a range of 3. 1, 2, 3. We could attack them both with Flurry of Blades, but that seems less good. Let's go big. And here, we don't have line of sight against this guy yet. That said, do I want Flintlock or Swift Bow for that guy? Because they have Retaliate and a lot of health. We can't pull through allies, I don't think. If I could pull them in for an attack. Pull 2. Oh boy. I just dislike everything about this right now. If Brutus steps back 1, only one thing would be able to hit us because of the nature of the hole in the wall. That's a great thing to think about. So with Spare Dagger we can attack at range. So in that case, let's... We want to step back, we want to do it fast. So we'll Wall of Doom as a standard move 2 action. And then Hook and Chain to pull a creature back into the gap that he stood in. Then from here we can step forward 1 and Flanking Strike. But we have to do it after 20. Alright, this is fine because the Night Demon Oh no, the Night Demon is next to us, so that is going to happen. We'll take the 3 damage, but this is good, because now we can move back to here. Then we can attack 3 at a range of 3. The Night Demon. It'll be at disadvantage, which is fine. And was that get to add a target? Well, we're going to pull them to here. Oh, the add target was probably the non-used one at disadvantage. I'm going to pull them to here. End Brute's turn. And now, if we keep them alive, then the skeleton can't hit us, because they're going to move 3 and attack for 2, but they can't move through their friend if we occupy this tile. So we are going to attack 3 at a range of 4 against the skeleton. We will pierce through their armor. Simply kills the skeleton. I'm fine with this. Then we'll move and take a step forward. That way, this creature, what are they doing? Moving 1, attacking 3. Well, they weren't ever going to be able to attack us anyway. So, maybe we don't need to move at all. We would pick up 3 gold, but this way we're closer to this wall. So let's put ourselves back there. We still need to use 3 pieces of equipment. I just don't think she's been attacked very frequently yet. Right. We want to kill this thing and we want to kill it fast. Spare Dagger will attack for 2 at disadvantage, and Skewer will also be able to attack at disadvantage. That's our fastest pair of attacks. Then down here, Flurry of Blades. We can target you, and can we target the wall? Range of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, we can target the wall as well, which seems like a good enough time to do so. And then we will flintlock if there's something in place, or otherwise just move. Then next turn we'll smoke bomb. So the guy on 7 cannot reach us, even though they are... Oh no, they're not even moving. That's fine. And this guy is attacking 3, piercing 3, cursing self. Right, well, we wanted to attack you and attack you. We failed to attack that at disadvantage. We do break this wall down though. And we reveal 1 more creature, which is fine. What are they doing this turn? Attack 2, a range of 3, and muddle heal self for 4. Well, 1, 2, 3 isn't going to hit us, so I think I'm actually going to move over towards this trap on the off chance we can pull them. Please tell me you didn't go through the trap, right? You went around it. Okay. We do get hit there. And now we are muddled and poisoned. But we were already going to be attacking at disadvantage, and you can't attack at double disadvantage, so that's less of a concern for me. So they are dead. Possibly should have attacked with Skewer first, because then I'd still have a movement option. But we will heal and get rid of our own poison, thanks to our tooth necklace. And here we cannot attack anything, so that's going to be a skip attack ability, unfortunately. Now we only have 2 creatures left to kill, and we still have plenty of cards left to do so with. We are going to need a short rest. Skewer and move 6 is fine. what we'd probably like to do is move in and then attack this thing with prejudice. We're not going to be able to push them onto that trap. We could disarm them and stop them doing anything interesting for a while. Or we could attack with overwhelming assault for 6. We don't have any way to make that stronger. But on the turn afterwards, they're probably not going to be up to much. So, do we still have hook and chain? We do, so we can move in for 3 and attack, and then overwhelming assault. And as much as we're going to get hurt for retaliate, we might be able to kill them this turn. So then Faith is going to take this opportunity to short rest because we want to smoke bomb. Singled out being lost is fine. So we are going to smoke bomb, and that's top. Anything on bottom we want to do. We will flintlock. If this guy moves closer to us, we can attack it for 10 with flintlock. They are not going to move closer to us. So maybe we don't go invisible yet, because we definitely want to be able to attack when we do that. So let's move 2. Screw it, we'll go invisible. Right, that's done. Do we want to use a minor healing potion just to keep using our equipments? Because if we get hit once, that will be the 5th thing being used on our leather armor. They're increasing their retaliate. Now how much is that retaliating for now? 4, and we have 7 HP. This could end poorly, I concede, but we're going to move to here. Skip the last step, then attack for 3. Man, that's rough. And then attack for 6. If we get a +1, we can... We should be able to burn a card, right? We have cards still available. So if we can get a +1, this thing can die. And if it dies, we don't take any retaliate damage. Right, we need to burn 1 available card to not die. So that's going to be... We want a spare dagger so we can move away and then attack at range. We'll get rid of sweeping blow because we don't need to attack multiple creatures anymore. End Brute's turn. Back to the top of the action. Right, we want to kill this guy fast. So, Provoking Roar lets us move 2, and then Spare Dagger lets us attack for 3 at range, which means we will not be suffering from retaliate. Although if he's got 1 HP, I guess the only way if we attack and miss, we do 0 damage, but we still take the retaliate damage, and that we want to avoid. Up here, we are doing double damage right now. Swiftbow is a range of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 will hit. Flurry of Range is a range of 3. We'll attack with Swiftbow, and we will... Let's Flurry of Blades, move 4, gain advantage on all of your attacks this round, because then we might be able to do 2x or something. All right, they're going after us, which is wonderful. So we are going to move forward, gain advantage on all of your attacks this round. We don't need to be that close. Attack range 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we move to here, skip the rest of our movement. Confirm gain advantage. Attack this guy with advantage now. There's the 2x of our dreams. We will end the scoundrel's turn. And then here we want to step back 2 onto some gold. And attack at range for 3. We confirm heal for 1. End our turn, pick up the gold we're stood on. This guy is going. Now, I actually want to be hit with Faith, because that will trigger her armor, and then we'll get professional. So, we don't want to actually kill this guy immediately, because we have enough cards to survive a turn and do 7 damage, and for it to not be a problem. So here we are going to long rest. And so we have to just choose a card to burn. Let's do Provoking Roar. Oh, we do that on the initiative of 99, right? So here, let's Flanking Strike, Special Mixture. They're going on a 38, so we're going to move in and poison. And then attack for 4. We just used our 2x, so I'm not expecting to see it again, but we could if we shuffled. Well, we're not going to get the stats, the point for professional, but we win, so I'm pretty happy about that. We perform our long rest, we burn any card, it doesn't matter at this point. We end our turn, and all enemies in all rooms have been killed.
Night demons and animated dead. This was certainly a foul congregation of harrowers, up to no good.
So we get our perk point as the hunter. The professional did not, but that's fine. And I'm really happy because I feel like I have taken the advice that you guys have given me and I've actually applied it in a sensible way, which is very exciting. It's nice to learn and progress rather than just continue to be bad for weeks and weeks. So we walk back into the city.
When you return to Gloomhaven to meet up with the old man at the agreed upon location, though, he's nowhere to be found. Asking around at the Sleeping Lion, no one even seems to remember him ever being there.
Spooky.
After a few hours of searching, you begin to question whether you dreamed the whole thing. The harrowers were real, that's certain. Perhaps the bastard just didn't want to pay you for the completed job and ran off. All that work for nothing. He had better not show his face around here again.
We get 8 XP. No cash. Merchant class continues to grow. So Brutus now very ready to level up. And we have another choice of a city encounter, but we will do all that stuff next time. Thank you ever so much for watching. Thank you for giving me all the advice that you've given me in the comments on previous videos. Clearly it's helping me out and I'm learning lots. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the videos, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any further comments for me, put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.